Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to New Jersey with me, Waddy, here in Farming Simulator 22. It is the February the 1st still here in game, and we are still in the middle of doing our lovely cotton planting for the year. Riding around on our brand new Case tractor that we bought recently. He's currently doing this big field over here. There's all our bales from last year. We've also got the Fendt Tri-6 over yonder doing the other big field. Getting that all sorted out for us. So yeah, everything is going pretty good at the minute. We're definitely getting through our list of activities. Like I say, I got animals moved and sorted out, I think. It is the first though, isn't it? It looks like we may have some new ones. Some piggies left. No, I've sorted all the animals out. That's right. We don't have any animals to move and mess about with. We did get the new dairy up and running recently as well. I'm just trying to think through me head what I've actually done recently, because my recording has been so all over the shop recently. My brain's getting a little bit mixed up between what I've, because I can't remember, because I've done so much stuff between the last recording of this series and today's recording. I'm going to get myself in a muddle, I think. I'm a bit muddled in my mind as to what I'm doing on what map and when and where. Because I've got Maypole, I've got Riverview, I obviously did my preview of the DLC video recently. I've been doing some other live streaming stuff. And, yeah, it's all very crazy at the minute. I would probably say I'm biting off more than I can chew at the minute. I'm taking on a lot of work at the moment that I just really don't have the hours for. There's not enough days in the week and enough hours in the days to be able to get everything done at the minute comfortably. But we'll see how things go, shall we? Like I say, hopefully, as I'm recording this video today, it's Saturday, the 18th of March, as I'm recording this, and obviously this video is going to go live on my YouTube channel Tuesday, the 21st of March, so yeah, I'm not very far in front at the minute with all my recordings. I did get 2 weeks of Riverview uploaded yesterday, and I've spent today getting those all formatted correctly for YouTube and labelled up and scheduled and stuff, so Riverview's looking okay. I just need now to get a bit of New Jersey sorted out for everybody to watch. Hopefully though, fingers crossed, next week recording will be a lot easier and a lot more straightforward for me, because apart from one afternoon on Thursday where I've got a medical appointment, my schedule should be back to normal. Well, Tuesday morning next week when I've got a medical appointment, and Thursday afternoon next week when I've got medical appointments. Those are the only times where I should have issues getting on the PC and doing any recording and stuff. So I should have Monday, Tuesday afternoon, Wednesday afternoon, Thursday morning and Friday available to me. But everything can suddenly change in just a quick moment. Unfortunately. But yeah, the Case is doing an excellent job of getting the cotton planted. Mr. Fentricix is doing his bit. Has he missed some bits on the field? There's a couple of strips in the middle that he's missed. Interesting. Why has he done that? I can say, obviously, that since the update, last week's update, to version 1.9, there has been some slightly weird occurrences with textures and stuff. And when you're working fields, you may have seen it in my Riverview video where when I was ploughing, I was getting all these like spots all over the field where the texture just looked like stubbly, like mud and stubble, and I couldn't get rid of it. Apparently that's quite a common issue that's appeared since the Giants update, and some people and some players are reporting real serious issues where literally like entire strips of the field behind a plough are being left with this like stubbly like texture and that on it. So yeah, very strange. So sometimes you look at a field and think it's not been done. It does. Yeah, the tractor's missed bits, and then you look at the field map and it's like, well, it hasn't. But in this case, he actually has missed bits. As you can see, he has definitely missed bits on my field. So I will have to fill those in at the end, won't we? He's also missed bits down. This guy's missed bits as well, I think. No, he hasn't. Just hasn't filled in. So the case is on to the important job. My grapes apparently have started growing as well. But I'm not allowed to plant grapes at this moment in time still. So I'm still not actually able to finish off my grape planting. Nor can I get my olives put in that I want to get put in. And then obviously we've got fields down here where we're going to have... We could do... I did say we could do canola somewhere, didn't we? Have we not got canola planted somewhere? No, we've got 3 fields of wheat. And we was just going to do sorghum on these fields, wasn't we? 3 fields of sorghum. And then obviously we've got this little field over here. Which is going to be... Well, I might do canola on that field because I probably don't need that for cotton. Because we've got these 2 fields. And I'm definitely going to get 40 bales this year. Definitely going to get 40 bales by the end of the harvest period. So that's not going to be a problem. So yeah, really I could do with grabbing a seeder and going and doing some seeding. I've got my seeder sat there. Right, we could do with one of these big tractors. The New Holland boys. In that case, leave my crone there. That is a T8. I'm just kind of wondering where all my other tractors are. I know one of them's parked near the grapes. One of my New Hollands. I've just got them all a bit scattered about, haven't I? Right, canola is selected on the seed. So let's go and start putting our canola in over yonder. We can leave the cotton planters to operate. We could take advantage of the fact that this February day is going to be lovely and sunny. There's one of my New Hollands. Of course it is. It's on the belly dump trailer. And there's the T7 over there, I think. Just head on over. There's my lovely wheat fields. They're growing nicely. They're all fine and dandy. Butcher has got loads of butchery products sat outside. It's good to know as well. Right. Here we go then today. Not going to be doing any fertilising with the seeder. I'm just going to be operating this without, because I'll add fertiliser if we need it as a separate thing. But yeah, we'll try and get our canola planted. We'll probably have to roll this field after doing the canola. Although I'm tempted, very tempted, just to not bother with the rolling. Given that it only has a limited impact on the yield. But yeah, I got to play yesterday on Friday with the new Göweil DLC, or Göweil DLC, however you pronounce it. It's got them funny little dots over the O, and then it's got a W, but I know Germans and Austrians pronounce W as V in most cases, so I'm not too sure on the pronunciation. Hopefully somebody will comment in chat how you're actually supposed to pronounce the name of that Austrian manufacturer who is responsible for the new DLC that Giants have brought out. But yeah, I got to have a play with the new DLC. And it really was very interesting. I had some issues to start with, and I expect a lot of players are going to be reporting this as of today. When this video goes live, the DLC will be live, and a lot of players will be downloading it and going, oh, the game's broken, oh, the DLC doesn't work, and stuff like that. But it's not. It's the usual simple fact that some of the script mods and stuff need to be updated, because they need there's obviously new specializations in the balers. The static balers are a new type of machine with a different specialization, and I think certain mods, like for example course play, auto drive, and I would assume maybe even guidance steering, they probably need to be updated so they actually know what these machines are and how they work and what they're for. And right now they don't. So they try to take a guess, and because they guess, they get it very, very badly wrong, and make an absolute mess. And like I say, it causes issues. The biggest issue I had with the balers was when I first tried testing it on the first map that I tried testing and playing it on, the DLC on, I couldn't actually get the balers to pick anything up and make bales. So that was just an, an epic fail because it just didn't function at all. All baling functionality was broken. And like I say, once I disabled all my mods, it then worked properly. But I also had the issue then, because I was on a mod map rather than a Giants map, I couldn't actually buy any land to actually be able to test the equipment out on. So that was another problem. I started a new save on a mod map, couldn't buy any land to set up fields to do the testing of the equipment on. So I ended up having to exit out of the game and start a new save on the Elm Creek map. I just picked Elm Creek because it was quite nice. It's simple and straightforward. I might have done Hout Baylor on if I'd actually thought a little bit more clearly about things. But yeah, it's a bit of a weird one. Like I say, I assume, like I say, map makers and mod makers, they'll be on it. They'll be on it pretty quick. They'll release updates in very short time, and yeah, people will be happy to know that their favourite mods will work with the new DLC when they get updated. So for anybody thinking about adding the DLC to a existing save, just bear that in mind, that if you've got script mods and stuff installed that you love to bits, or you're playing on a modded map, you might have some issues. If you just want to test the DLC out, then like I say, just chuck it on a Giants map with no other mods installed and active, and give it a go from there, kind of thing. But yes, we're getting this canola seeded. I'm very pleased that my cotton seeding is going according to plan. I'd like to get that done, like I say, March. In March, I want to get my grapes and my olives sorted out. That's the next step. I want to fix my grapes that I broke last year with the painting tools. And then I want to get my new olive groves in using the actual olive trees that Giants provide us, because those the modded olive trees didn't work for me very well at all. They didn't yield a lot. I don't know whether that's something that maybe the mod author of that mod needs to look at and address, because again, I spent a lot of time shaking those trees and I got very few actual olives for my trouble, for my effort. And you don't really want that, do you? You don't want to put in a lot of work and effort and not get any reward. I mean, you know, this ain't real life where we all put in lots of work and effort and don't get any rewards. You know, this is a game. It's supposed to be unrealistic. So yeah, I'm just may have just missed a bit there. We'll see. We will see. The main thing is we're getting this done. But yeah, I was quite pleased, I have to say, on Friday morning, waking up and having the email from Giants in my inbox with the DLC attached, and you know, feel free to make any content, do any previews, streams, videos, etc. But don't post anything before 10 AM Central European time, which of course for me was at 9 AM. And by the time I saw the email, it was like 10 to 10, my time. So I was already a bit behind some of the other people who were streaming and stuff. Some of the other content creators who were obviously very on it. But yeah, I did my stream. I then, last night, I found a way to download the VODs off Kick. Because Kick at the moment doesn't have a very easy way of getting your videos off that platform onto your other channels and platforms. But I managed to download my VOD, and then I edited it and whacked it through the Sony Vegas Pro. Sorry, I keep calling it Sony Vegas, but it's not Sony Vegas anymore. But I will probably always refer to it as Sony Vegas. But I whacked it through my Vegas software and just rendered the edited video. I cut out basically the first hour or so where I was having all the issues and just got down to the brass tacks of, here we are on Elm Creek and we are now testing stuff and it works, part of the live stream. So that has been uploaded to the channel, and that would have gone live on Saturday evening as you're watching this video. For me, obviously now sat here, it goes live in the future. It goes live tonight, that video, on the YouTube channel for my YouTube viewers. I think I did see in my subscription feed that Farmer Klein has uploaded a video of the Göweil of the DLC. I think but I think it's easier for him because he streams on YouTube. So I think he did a stream last night, my time. He did a stream yesterday evening or early hours of this morning, and then obviously he just puts the YouTube, because he streams on YouTube. Once he's finished streaming, it just goes live on his channel anyway. So yeah, he's kind of he's probably beat me to the punch in terms of getting content on the DLC out first. But I hopefully think that maybe I'm not as you know, my video will be a bit different to his. You know, it'll have my touch to it, you know, and I'll be, you know, and I will admit, I went into that preview completely blind on the DLC. I honestly hadn't actually paid that much attention to the DLC announcements that Giants were putting out and all the fact sheets and stuff like that, because I haven't got the season pass, year 2 season pass. And I was like, well, I'm not going to be using the DLC. I'm not going to be playing with it because I don't have the season pass. I'm going to wait a little bit later in the year. So literally, when Giants sent me the code and I was able to install it, that was pretty much the first time I was like, okay, I probably need to now have a look at this and see what it's all about. But I actually did it in game. And because of that, obviously, I will express views and opinions based on how I was finding things. For example, I can't be the only one that felt when Giants announced that the baling pack was going to be all about like straw chaff and doing baling chaff and like sugar beet pulp and stuff like that. I thought maybe that these balers would have been able to just collect the material straight off the ground in the same way as you pick up grass windrows or hay windrows or straw windrows. So of course there was me driving my forage harvester, and I was I'll say it, I was a little bit disappointed because I was dumping the stuff on the ground out of the forage harvester, so I wasn't using a trailer to drive beside the forage harvester. I was getting a little bit annoyed that I couldn't hand over to an AI worker because AI workers won't drive forage harvesters without a trailer next to them. They just sit there and stop. So you can't tell the AI worker to unload to ground, which was a bit of a problem for me. And Courseplay wouldn't do it either. And then, after I'd spent some time, obviously, chaffing corn and creating lovely windrows all over the field, I then discovered the balers actually can't pick up the chaff windrow. So I had to go and get a loading wagon trailer to pick it up and then transfer it from the loading wagon to the balers. Tip it from the loading wagon into the balers. I felt like, you've missed a trick here. The normal sort of round balers and square balers should be able to pick up chaff swath, shouldn't they? So yeah, I was a little bit annoyed by that. I was like, oh, that's not very good, is it? But then once I got my head round things, it actually did work really well. And one of the things I was quite impressed with was the little mounted bale grabber with bale wrapper built in that you could put on a telehandler or a front loader. I actually found that to be really cool to use, because not only can you pick up a round bale, wrap it, but then in the same motion you can stack it. So if you've got a trailer right nearby, you know, it's all good. It's all good. Oh, my controller's blinking at me. Oh, the game might be doing that lag thing. Yeah, still haven't fixed that. I did actually re-verify all my game files the other day. My installation and everything. Reinstalled the game basically, and it's still doing it. For some reason now, FarmSim22 does not like my PC, or my PC doesn't like FarmSim22. Because it's the only game that I have this problem with. And I know I keep saying that, and I'm going to probably say it in every single video, because obviously people are going to notice it happening in the videos and the streams and stuff. And they're going to be like, dude, what's wrong with your PC? Are you playing on a potato? And I'm like, no, I'm not playing on a potato, but I wish I was, because a potato probably wouldn't have as much trouble. Especially as potatoes can power clocks. Oh yeah. And that's how we should solve the world energy crisis, you know. We should just get a whole load of potatoes and just stick wires in it. Wire up a whole load of potatoes and provide power to the world. You know, take some country, some not very important country, completely bulldoze it, and then plant the whole country with potatoes, and then we'll use it for generating power. So think of a country that's not very useful to the world, and we'll use that one. We'll use that one. And that can be our global battery. Aren't it? Right. I think I'm at the stage. Oh, we've got some snow coming, ladies and gents. Snow is coming. Now, hopefully we get this done before the snow comes. I'm going to let an AI worker carry on. And I'm going to go check on the other vehicles. This guy can actually, you can go back and put that plough away, because we don't need this anymore. And I would much rather have this vehicle available to me for doing other jobs. I've got all the other oilseed radish done, by the way, because I know I was fretting a little bit in the last videos about the similarities between my Riverview series and this one, and the fact that I was basically doing the same content at the same time in both series, which was making for very bland and boring viewing. So I've got all of that done off camera, so there's no more cultivating and that to be done. So hopefully we're just on to all the fun things now. for the rest of the series. And that's my little plough. This is my little plough. So I'm just going to drop the little plough off there. And then I'm going to just head over here and... is this my big seeder? Or is this a planter? This must be my big seeder that I bought. It is. Well, you know what? We'll have that. Because I can put some more seed in it. What have we got down here? Is this fertiliser down here? Yeah, solid fertiliser. So, I don't need solid fertiliser. So we'll take that and put that back around this side. Just got to lift it up a little bit. Make sure it disappears. There we go. What we'll do then is we'll spawn a couple of pallets of seed. By the way, I've got stuff in here. I think, like, there's some stuff in here, in this building, that I've put in this building that I can't actually output. So I think, like, my cracked corn and cornmeal, I'm a bit screwed. Because I can't get that back out, because I don't think this building is designed to work with the DD products, the Dragon's Den production pack, or, well, it might be. No, it might be. It's just not, the building's not designed to work with the fill types that have been added by this map author, such as the cracked corn and the cornmeal and stuff. So, although it takes the products in, it doesn't seem to know how to put the products back out, because apparently those products don't have pallets. They're not pallet products. So I'm basically knackered. I'm knackered at the minute, because I've got stuff that I've put in there, produced and put in there, that I can't use. So like my chickens, which want the cracked corn for their food, I can't get any of that cracked corn back out. So do with that information what you want. But yeah, I'll get this loaded up, because we're going to need, obviously, sorghum planting in April. I might as well fill this up now. Let that do its thing. Go and check on the new vehicles. See how they're performing. Very nicely by the looks of it. I'll take a screenshot for the thumbnail. I kind of want the tractor to be more on the left side. But I can't move it. I kind of want it in, like, the left third of the screen. Because of the way I have my thumbnail generator thing set up. But, ladies and gents, this guy's going to finish the field, but however, he's going to finish it off camera, because we've reached the end of today's episode. Hooray! I hear you all cry. Well, actually, I hope you don't. I hope you feel really sad that the episode's come to an end, because you enjoy it so much. I will see you again on Friday with the next episode in the series. But for now, from me, C. Waddy, take care of yourselves, everybody. Stay safe. Goodbye.